Hello everyone, I'm Emma and welcome back to the vlog channel. We're going to be trying out Apple Fitness Plus over the course of about a month or so, except this is going to be more of a disabled edition because I have ADHD and chronic fatigue syndrome, so instead of this being a challenge video where I do loads of workouts every single day, it's more of a let's listen to my body and see what I can do, and it didn't quite go to plan. You're going to see why later. But yeah, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying the vlogs, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hello everyone, I'm Emma, and I kind of look a little bit like a mess today, but that is because we are going to be working out very shortly. I recently got myself a new Watch SE, and with that comes 3 months of Apple Fitness Plus subscription, so I kind of wanted to try it out together and see how we get on maybe after a month. Maybe we do like a monthly update on this or something. But today we're going to be doing our first workout. Workout or workouts? Probably workouts. I've got a couple that I've downloaded onto my watch. I've got a little Pilates workout on the screen right now. This is from the Apple Fitness app, and you can cast it to your TV. I don't even have like an Apple TV thing, and as you can see, it's already got my heart rate and stuff up there and my Fitness Plus rings, and that is because it's already tracking from my watch. And the reason it's kind of so high at the moment is because I've been kind of walking around trying to sort everything out, so getting this sorted, getting my little mat set up, getting my little drink filled and stuff so we're not dehydrated, very important. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is just kind of give it a go and see what happens. Good grief. Oh my god, I look so weird without my glasses. I hate it so much, but I'm gonna need some practice with Pilates, I guess. I mean, I may end up trying other styles as well, but I'm gonna stick at the Pilates for probably at least a couple of weeks and see how I get on with it. But I think at the moment it's just because I'm out of practice of most types of workouts in general, but I don't know how I felt with that. But at the end of the day, it's also remembering to myself that whenever anyone does any kind of workout, it should be an activity that you enjoy that moves your body. It doesn't have to be oh, this workout is supposed to be good, therefore you should do it. The amount of times I got told I should go for a run and stuff, and I'm like, I don't like running, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, there is that to think about too. And I also just had something flash up on my watch about first Fitness Plus Pilates workout and first Pilates workout at all. And obviously being a gamer, I'm all about those achievements. But now I'm going to round it off with 10 minutes of yoga. Well, I feel like the yoga one went a lot better. Mind you, I'm not completely beginner at yoga. I actually spent a couple of years doing yoga pretty consistently, pretty much daily. Especially when I used to be able to go to the gym, I'd go and spend hour or so doing, strength training and a little bit of cardio, but mainly high intensity intervals. And then afterwards, I'd go and spend about 45 minutes to an hour doing yoga, and that was mainly working on things like flexibility, because that's just kind of moving my body in a way that makes me feel good. But yeah, at least for the yoga portion, I really enjoyed it. I'd actually love to know if anyone knew of this yoga app before, but I basically used to use an app called Fitstar Yoga, and that was what really got me into it. So the thing with Fitstar Yoga is it would do kind of semi-randomized routines. I need to take my glasses back off. They're just steaming up. I don't even care if you can see my eye bag and stuff. Although it does look in the right light, it does look like I've literally got a black eye, but that is just the way that my skin's set up, and also chronic fatigue. But the app I used to love for yoga was Fitstar Yoga, and you'd get a new different routine every day, and you could adjust it by length, by intensity, things like that. And if you didn't like it, you just go back and you can see what it's targeting. So if it said working on your core and stuff, I was less likely to do it, but if it said working on hips and legs and such, then usually I would go for it because I loved a good hip stretch. I might bring back the goal again one day of trying to be able to do the splits, because I got really close and then I basically went into a crash for a long time that meant I couldn't carry on with it anymore for a while because I had to fully rest for a significant amount of time, so obviously I lost a lot of that progress. But I kind of want to bring that back, I feel I think that could be fun. Maybe in addition to our little workout challenge, I'll also do a little this is how long it took me to learn how to do the splits type of video, because I think that could be fun. But obviously that won't be released until I actually make it to that point. So yeah, that could be a while. Yeah, that could be a very long while off. It will be a very long while off because I spent a long time trying to do it. But yeah, first workout done. I'm really proud of myself. Although technically even then it was 2 workouts really. And before we carry on as well, I don't think I'm going to do it every day. I'm going to aim for about 5 times a week, 4 or 5 times a week. I need to kind of go easier with my body and just like be careful that I don't put myself in a crash, because I'm really enthusiastic about doing this kind of stuff again, but it's very easy for me to overdo it. Kind of want to avoid that. So yeah, I'm just gonna listen to my body day by day and see how it goes. Oh, and last thing before I do go shower, I did want to mention that like my goal with this whole challenge is kind of just like literally just trying it out. I don't really have any specific goals in mind. I just want to like see what it's like, I guess. Like I've not got any goals to like specifically lose weight or anything like that. I guess like maybe feel stronger or something. I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm aiming for in this, but even though I am like plus size, the reason I'm not saying directly that I want to like lose weight or anything is simply because whilst I'm on this medication, I don't know what my body's going to do. I've done this before where I literally hired a personal trainer for like 3 months, and we managed my diet really well. I was obviously working out a lot and I was clearly like in a deficit. I should have been losing a good amount of, a healthy amount of weight, not like loads and loads of weight, but by the end of 3 months or something, whatever it was, might have been 2 months, I think I lost like 200 grams, which after all of that, it's kind of like my body was just in a place where it just didn't want to. So that's why I'm not saying like I want to lose weight or anything, because I don't know that my body's going to do that. Just one of the quirks of being on medication, and I'm okay with that. I kind of feel really neutral towards my body at the moment. I don't really care in any way, like don't love it, don't hate it, it's just my body, you know? So yeah, I'm kind of focusing I guess more on how I feel and what I can progress with rather than like weight loss or whatever, you know? Alright, I'm now about to be on day 5 of my Apple Fitness workouts. Technically it's my 4th day actually working out, but it's day 5 since I started. And the reason for that is because on Mondays I record 2 videos and then I stream. So I don't want to be exhausted for any of that. So I think like Monday makes a good rest day. I might have a second rest day. I just don't know when that'll be. This is actually going to be my second day with the Pilates because obviously, as I said the first time around, I kind of found it a little bit intense or just like uncomfortable, but like not in a good way. Like there are things in yoga that I find uncomfortable, but like in a good way. I don't know how to describe it. So I think if I do it maybe twice a week, it will stop me from maybe dreading it as much, but I have been keeping up with the yoga every day, and I will put up on the screen the workouts that I have done. Just trying to be really careful with my hair because I'm trying to do the curly girl method, but it's still early days, so things kind of get a bit upset if I'm not careful with it. And I am using, I don't know if you could, no, you can't see, I'm using a satin scrunchie. So yeah, let's get going. So I'm going to be starting with a 10 minutes Pilates, and then I'm going to do another 10 minutes of yoga. Okay, so that one wasn't so bad. Not quite breaking a sweat, so I'm gonna actually do a 20-minute yoga this time, and yeah, I think that'll help. To be fair, I have also been food shopping, so I don't know. Yeah, that one was a lot more manageable for me, so I think I just need to like kind of keep my eye on what it says I'm working on. I think that's the only thing I don't like about the app so far, is that in other apps I've used, it kind of gives you a warning of how intense something will be or how like beginner friendly something will be. I know they have modifications in this, but like even with modifications, some things are more difficult than others, so that one to me was a lot easier to do, but I think it's also because my hips and my legs are kind of stronger. I still couldn't fully do the whole thing to keep up with them, but I still had a much easier time than I did the first time around. So yeah, let's find myself a yoga one to do. So we're going to be doing this week's newest yoga with Jessica, which is another 10-minute one. I'm actually enjoying these really energetic flows, to be honest. I used to prefer ones with longer holds, but that was really fun. I'm going to see if I can find more of those. But yeah, after that one, I did manage to close my exercise ring because I have been out food shopping, so success. Alright, so I think we're like 13 days into our challenge now, and I want to say over the past week or so I don't think I've got anywhere near as many workouts in as I was hoping for, and that's literally because my ADHD has been really playing up. At the moment I'm going through a process where I have to be re-diagnosed, and I'm still waiting for that, which means I'm completely like untreated. and some other medication changes that are nothing to do with it that we've just made have kind of like made my ADHD symptoms worse. So like getting me to do anything like a workout has been a massive no, and I've just been getting really easily overstimulated and stuff, and getting all hot and sweaty and stuff just probably like wasn't really a good idea. So I took some days to rest and just like allowed my body to do what it was gonna do. I'm not 100% right now, but I am feeling good enough to do another workout. I'm not going to record it though, I'm just going to do it, but any workouts I did do since I last spoke to you, I will go ahead and leave on the screen for a second so you can see what I did and when. And yeah, today I am just going to do like a yoga one because I want to ease myself in with something that I know I'm going to enjoy a lot more. Although the last workout I did was definitely my favourite by far, like it worked a lot on hip openers and such, and I think probably one of my favourite yoga poses is the pigeon and sort of like the variations of that. So because there were a lot of those in there, I really enjoyed it, and it was my first 30-minute workout as well, so I feel like that was a good achievement. But today I'm just happy to be able to get back into it. Oh, and on the medication changes, I am going to make a whole like dedicated video on that, but that's going to be like a separate thing, and I'm not going to do it until I know that I'm kind of on the other side of it, because if we make more changes it's all kind of relevant, so I want to do that once we're done making any changes. If it is up by the time this video is up though, I will leave it in the corner for you to check out. Actually, I can always add it after the fact. I'll do that anyway, as long as I remember. Remembering is not one of my best skills at the moment. But yeah, I'm gonna do my yoga and I'm gonna check in with you again in like a few days or something. Hello. It is that time once again. I'm just trying to get my hair up for my next workout. I'm definitely using my phone as a mirror. Before I start, I just want to address the fact that I feel like across this video, it's been a few days since we last spoke, and across this video I'm wearing this shirt a lot. I am washing it. It's just I'm too lazy to like go into the wardrobe and get another one out, so every time it goes back onto the laundry rack once it's dry I just pick it off and put it back on again. So you know, that's just me being lazy, but if I can essentially make it easier for me to start getting the workout going for the day, then that's what I'm going to opt to do. Especially at the moment in a season where my ADHD is kind of worse than usual, I just need to make things easier for myself whenever I can. And that's one of the ways I do it. Eventually I would like to start kind of wearing cute workout clothes, but that's what we're going to go with for now. So I need to pick out a workout. I'm definitely doing at least one Pilates today. I think since we last spoke I've done like one other workout. I can't even remember when it was we last spoke, but I am having a lot of fun with it. I'm just having a very like tiring time at the moment, and I can't remember if the last time I spoke to you was before or after I went on a tiny trip. I don't know, but I have got one coming up the end of next week, so there will be a small break in our workouts then. But that's going to be okay, because I'll probably log, like if I'm walking around everywhere for that trip, I will definitely like log it as a workout on my watch, even though it's not one of the Apple Fitness ones. It's just like for my records, I guess. But speaking of the upcoming trip, it's actually going to be our wedding anniversary trip, our first wedding anniversary, which is unbelievable. I'll leave that vlog linked in the corner if you want to check that out as well, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be out before this video is out. I feel like I'm looking a bit extra greasy today because it is hair wash day, but that's fine because we're just going to get sweaty anyway. I'm going to pick a workout and I'll see you in a sec. So what I've gone with today is a 10 minutes Pilates workout that should be working. I think it's on like back, legs and hips, which sounds perfect for me. Let's give it a go. That was like beyond not easy. The Pilates stuff I often have trouble keeping up with, but I guess that's going to come with time and practice. It's hard to make me want to do it though, because I have like yoga that I do know that I enjoy, and as much as I'd still consider myself rusty, it does feel more rewarding when I can get some more of the movements in, but I'm not giving up. I have just found a 10-minute strength workout which doesn't need any equipment, so I am going to try this out, but I'm not going to record it because pretty much all of it is going to be standing, so like squats and lunges and stuff, and I have nowhere really to put the camera at the moment that makes sense. So what you can't see from the other side of this camera is a huge pile of trash from decluttering that I've just done, and there's like nowhere else in the flat to put it at the moment, and the tip doesn't open again for another 3 days, so we make do. But what I'll do is I will put the stats on the screen over here once I've finished the workout, and then you can see how I did with it, or at least kind of how it affected my body or something. I don't know, let's see. Well, that freaking did it. On paper it seemed like simple enough, but doing it, my heart rate was like a lot, so yeah, I still enjoyed it though. Okay, I can't remember the last time I checked in with an update for this video, but we're currently staying in a castle suite for our anniversary, and I thought how cool would it be to get one of my workouts in here. If I have done any, I'll go ahead and pop the results on the screen, but I don't know if I have, because I basically had some days of like not really sleeping all that well because my wisdom tooth was playing up, but it's better now, so I really wanted to get one in today. Even if it's just like a 10-minute yoga, because we're going to be walking around a lot. It's probably going to be something standing because I don't really want to get on the floor here. But yeah, let's do this. So it's officially been 11 days since my last workout, and you know the one because it was the one I did in the castle. And before that, I think my last workout was about 10 days before that, so this is going well. I'm also recording this about 9 days after I wanted to wrap up this video, and the reason for that is actually starting literally the day we left for our trip. I started to go into a chronic fatigue crash. Best timing ever. And I thought at first it was just because like the night before we went I took an extra med that I'm supposed to help me use if I really need to make sure I sleep, because obviously driving for a long time, and I thought like it was just making me drowsy the next morning, which is never done before, so I don't know why I've thought that. But yeah, chronic fatigue and trying to be active is very, very difficult. In fact, they used to have a treatment called graded exercise therapy where you'd work your way up to be able to work out or like just like do some sort of physical activity for 30 minutes, but it's no longer recommended because it's been proven to be harmful. But I like doing this kind of stuff, so it's very frustrating. And even though like I really wanted to do more workouts since I've got home, I've really made sure I've like toned down a lot of my work and stuff. I even had a couple of days of mostly being in bed, and I hate doing that. But I'm not going to like beat myself up over the fact that I've missed so many workouts, because at the end of the day, it's more important that I listen to my body rather than push through a challenge for a video. But also, I kind of wanted this video, in any case, to be a very realistic look at what it might be like for someone who has my disabilities. So I have ADHD and chronic fatigue syndrome, which are great together. They match so well. And even though I say that, at the same time, I can only speak about my personal experiences because I know that a lot of other people's experiences, or pretty much anyone else's experience, will be different to mine. We're all individuals at the end of the day. So like, even when it's something I like doing with the ADHD side of things, it is hard for me to get up and do the thing anyway, especially when I'm like hyper-focused on something, which a lot of the time I am with my work. It is the reason that we've bought some pedals for under the desk, just so I can get some movement in whilst I'm sitting and kind of like take it at my own pace. But then with the chronic fatigue side of things, even when I'm feeling restless and I want to do this kind of stuff, I literally can't. Like, sure, I could probably force my body to do it, but it's only going to prolong the crash. Like, I'm only recording this now because what I feel like, at least this morning, I feel like I'm going back up energy-wise. I've been having a few extra good nights of sleep, and for the first time in this crash, I've had a little bit of insomnia overnight, which chronic fatigue and insomnia sounds like a complete oxymoron. Is that the word? Yes, that's the word. I had to check. I just doubted myself for a minute there. And I've already forgotten what I was saying. Oh yes, insomnia and chronic fatigue. But yeah, I've had a few like extra good nights of sleep paired with a good few days of mostly bed rest. So I am starting to like feel a little better, but it's going to be like a slow recovery. And I was kind of joking on my Twitter saying that most of the time I don't realise I've recovered from a crash until I'm in a new one, because the recovery for it can be so slow. Now, obviously, like a couple of weeks for a crash for a lot of people is not that long. There are some people who are in crashes for like months and months and are completely bedridden most of the time and such, and I recognise for me my symptoms are really quite mild in comparison to a lot of people who suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome. And I am grateful for what I can do, but it doesn't mean that there aren't some days that it doesn't get to me, like with this 30 days wanting to try out Apple Fitness. Though to be fair, saying that, I feel like for my purposes and the way that I've tried it out, I have successfully tried it out in the way I want to. So it's $9.99 a month, which isn't too bad. It's cheaper than any gym membership. You can do a lot of stuff from home. I feel like the instructors are actually really good. They're very chill in the way that they're not like, you must do things this way. There's always someone in the back corner doing modifications, making it a little easier if you're not quite at the level that the main instructor is. And a lot of the time, even like in the yoga, for example, because that's the one I did the most of, they'd talk about a good like few variations that you could do. So it's very, very flexible in like getting you through the workout essentially. And I like that a lot. Like, they're not going to force you into something that's too difficult for you. So is this something I'm going to carry on after the trial is over? Well, I'm currently I don't know, now a month and a bit into the trial, and I'll have to see in the 3 months like what my body is doing, I guess, because if I'm still having to be as careful as I am with physical activity by then, I don't really know if I would carry it on, because if I'm only doing a workout every week or so, I'm not sure the £10 a month is worth it when I could go on like YouTube, for example, and find a 10-minute yoga or Pilates or strength mat only workout. I'm sure I can find that online for free, which is another point, I suppose. But if I'm able to do it more often, what I'm really enjoying is the integration with my Apple Watch. And can you see? No, you can't. I mean, you can kind of see my case is a little bit bashed up, but that's why I wear a case. I like the integration because it shows me that I have made progress towards my rings, for example. You can see how your heart rate is doing and any improvements in there. There's like all these achievements and stuff that you can get, which, I mean, I'm a gamer, so like I'm all about that kind of thing. Although saying that, I am wondering if there's like a workout app that is more game driven. Maybe that's one for another month where I'm not crashing. I feel like over the course of the time that I was doing the workouts, I was seeing some improvements in how my muscles were working and like some of my flexibility and stuff. But I think like after the few attempts at Pilates that I did, I probably am not going to carry that one on because I feel like at this stage it's too hard for me. I might revisit it again in the future if I get to a point even like with my yoga where I'm feeling a bit stronger than I am now. But even though it's like very small movements, it takes so much power, and I feel like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's very low impact, don't worry, but like actually it's really difficult, at least for me. I did really enjoy the one strength training workout that I did because I didn't realise at first that they had ones that didn't need any equipment, so if I get the chance I'll definitely be doing more of those. And of course the yoga as well, but looking at my workout history, I'm thinking my favourite instructor is probably Jonelle. I've got like several workouts in with her and I've loved every single one. I mean, I've loved most of them anyway, but like especially hers, I seem to enjoy the most. Let me know in the comments if you've tried out Apple Fitness Plus as well and how you thought that went. I know for most people who get something like any kind of Apple Watch, or I don't know if you get it, I don't think you get it with the iPhones, but a lot of the time you can get a 3-month free trial. So let me know in the comments if you gave that a go and what you thought of it. I know for a fact that I didn't take advantage of every single thing it had to offer, and that's simply because I'm not going to force myself to, for example, go out for a run because I hate running. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!